Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to Silver Bunny Stitches. Hello to anybody finding me for the first time, and welcome back to anybody who's joining me from previous Floss Tubes. Today I have got a fully finished item. I have got 4 finishes and not very many whips to show you because a lot of the things I worked on this month I finished. Let's get straight to it with my fully finished item. I should have shown this when I did my finish-a-thon a few weeks ago, been months ago now, but it got upstairs and then it got forgotten about. Well, it didn't get forgotten about, it was just up in our bedroom. So when I went around and gathered everything, I forgot it. So it's my Not All Who Wander Are Lost piece. If you want to know who the designer was, just drop me a message in the comments below. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was just on Count 16 White Ada. I absolutely love it, and when I finished it off I put it straight up in our bedroom. And on the back, I'm so bad with my scruffy backs, but no one's going to see it. So that was that one. Then I've got 2 finishes which I don't think you've even seen. The first one I took when we went on our cruise and I stitched most of it then. It's the Shannon Christine Designs. And it says feeling very frosty, and this one I absolutely adored stitching on. It was super fun. Yeah, I'll just say about that one. It's on count, I think it's 16 or 18, and I think I got this in a mystery kind of bag of fabric. But yeah, I really, as I say, I really enjoyed stitching that one. To the point where when I went to the stitching fair a couple of weeks ago, I bought another couple more of her designs to stitch on, but as of yet I've not got around to them. The next finish is from the Cherry Hill Stitchery, and it's this Christmas tree, and it says it's all fun and games until Santa checks the naughty list. I think it was only 5 colours on this one, so it's quite easy to pick up. Needle minder is from Danky Designs. I think it's pronounced Danky Designs. Really enjoyed stitching this one. However, however, I did not enjoy stitching on the fabric. It's really rough. It almost feels like Hessian sacking type stuff. Yeah, it didn't feel nice to stitch on. But the actual design was super fun. And it stitched up really quickly as well. Right, they're going into the drawer, which is here, of finished things which haven't been fully finished. The next finish is a big one. It's my Birds to the Boughs pattern by Lindy Stitches, and I totally orientated this wrong on the fabric. Look at all the fabric at the bottom I've got, but luckily it fitted on. Yeah, so as birds are fitted to the boughs, so is my love to me. And I have no idea what these are, because they can't be flamingos because they've got super short legs, but they have necks like flamingos. Maybe some form of pink swan, I don't know. Their beaks look like flamingos. This one absolutely love stitching on, but the border was a bit of a killer. I didn't appreciate how much border there was, and actually looking at it, I don't think it's actually finished. I think I've missed this bit off. I think it should twirl around in here. I will have to try and dig out all my colours again and finish that off. That's a good job I showed it here. So I think I'm going to do this one as a wall hanging when it's finished. When it's finished. Also, I did what Michelle Benty Stitchy did, and this is too big for me to hold. This purple was supposed to be at the bottom and the pink was supposed to be at the sides, but I ended up doing pink down one side and along the bottom because I think Michelle Benny Stitch had done that by accident, and I thought it looked really nice and different, so I stole that idea. I changed all the colours, especially the colour of these roses. They were like greeny, browny coloured petals, and when I stitched them up, they just looked horrible. So I changed those, and I've changed this. It was supposed to just be our initials, but they left room for a first initial and a second initial, but our surname is double barreled, so I needed space for 3 letters plus a hyphen. So I just recharted it and put Jenny Martin because that's my husband's name. But yes, I was very pleased to stitch this one. It took me about a year to finish it. I started it when I had my first knee operation beginning of November, and I finished it a few days after what would have been the year anniversary of that first op. Yep. And the last finish that I had was my Pride and Prejudice sampler, and my Pride and Prejudice sampler came from, is it the Stitchy Hair? No, the Primitive Hair. Primitive Hair. And this top border was a bit of a killer, but one week I was like, let's just get it done, and I just sat down with it over a few days. Took it to a very long appointment where I had to sit and have nothing to do, so I got in probably 100 stitches just then. So Elizabeth and Darcy are all done, and the words, oh sorry, in vain I struggled, it will not do, my feelings will not be repressed, you must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire you. So now this is done, at some point I'm gonna allow myself to start another Pride and Prejudice sampler stitch piece, because I've got another 2 that I want to do. So that's all my finishes, but the bulk of my stitchy time at the moment is being taken up by Dark Queen of the Earth, because she's a big lady. And I've got her here. This frame is new. I bought it when I was at the stitching show and I forgot to show it. But I wanted something to put her on where I could do beads at the same time. And I'd heard that you can use these roll frames to do that. So I've kept up so far with this one, but I am going to struggle this month. My son has got 2 days and then he finishes school, and my stitchy time is going to be a lot less then. Also, it's kind of, when I'm putting it on my stitchy frame and I'm working on it for several days at a time, I'm getting a bad back if I have it on a hole lower. If I have it on a hole higher, I'm getting quite bad shoulder pain. So try and juggle. I don't want to hurt myself working on her, but neither do I want to fall behind. But I'm really, really enjoying this one. I didn't so much enjoy this bit or this bit or this bit, but I loved this bit because it was you doing colour changes. I've actually got bored. You did a colour change, and there's lots of nice colour changes down here. But you get to stitch with almost a full length of floss at a time, which is nice. So you're not constantly like chopping and changing. But yeah, so I really, really, really want to keep up to date with her, because I think if I fall behind, that's that. I'll struggle to catch up again. Yep. So that's that. What else have I worked on? I worked on my Haid. 1 second, my dog is being very annoying. Sorry, the animal is a stomach on legs. I think there's like one tiny little piece of kibble which has fallen somewhere in the understairs cupboard, which is where we keep her food. And she's tenacious. She will just, if she's picked up the scent of something, she will just scratch and scratch and scratch and scratch until she can get it. So, yeah. So I think I've worked more on my head since I showed it to you last. I think last time I just had a bit up here. So this is my purple horse. I've done quite a bit more of the cream, but it's so much confetti. So I feel I'm either working on boring, monotonous one colour or every single colour that's in my palette. So yeah, so it's on count 18 pre-gridded white Aida full cross. Although I think if I do another one when I finish this, I would do it maybe on 20 count or maybe 22 count, and I would do it half or 10 stitch, I think. So that's that one that I didn't work on, that I didn't work on, this I worked on. See, apart from things I finished, I've really not worked on much because the majority of my stitching time has gone on the Dark Queen. I don't know, I also had a cold when I came back from the stitching show, and since then since I had COVID, I've not felt right, and I had a blood test and it's come back as that I'm anemic, and I feel like I've been wading through treacle the last couple of months. Even like I'll go to stitch and I just end up sitting there or just going through my phone, and you think that's not me. I enjoy stitching, I want to stitch, I like spending my time stitching, yet you know, I haven't been motivated to do anything, to go out of the house, to get off the sofa. I've got iron tablets now and I'm starting to have a bit more energy. So hopefully they'll like fully kick in soon and I'll be back to normal. The weather doesn't help. It's anything between like 2 degrees and like -2 or 3 at night. It is absolutely freezing. Our garden has just been frozen for days and days. It's not even got warm enough to melt off the frost. So I'm not enjoying going out at the moment, but I think we only have 3 or 4 days left and then it's supposed to go warmer. It's gonna be like 9. I'm so excited. So the next thing I stitched on, and only for a little bit, was my map of the UK, which so far is just Scotland, but I did this bit. I started doing the map of the British Isles, and then I think I did the Fair Isle as well that I popped in. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some progress on that next year. I don't know if I'll get it finished because it is a big piece. So that's everything that I've worked on. I don't have any haul because I bought everything last time at the stitching fair. I'm totally out of money. Thankfully, my parents gave me some advance money for my Christmas present to pay for some of what I purchased. Plans for 2023. I'm not a great one for doing plans. I prefer my stitching to just go where the mood takes me and what brings me happiness. I know I definitely want to keep up with Dark Queen of the Earth. I know my Kings and Queens tapestry I want to finish. I've got about 4 kings, maybe 3 kings and Queen Victoria to do. They've now brought out Charles II, so I can stitch him. No, Charles II? Oh, that's awful. I should know what my king's title is. Yes, I'm going to stitch on that, and I think I might start some things because I finished quite a bit, and I was looking in my cupboard to drag things out for the day, and I was like, actually, I don't have that many projects anymore. So, but I don't like kitting things up because I find it, I don't enjoy as much kind of like going through and dragging stuff out and calculating how much aid you like. The actual, like, when everything's together and assembled and I can just start it, I enjoy that. Hold on, I will be right back. Sorry, that was my dog sat by the back door. She's had a urinary infection, so we're kind of keeping an eye when she wants to go to the back door, because she's a lot better now. She's been on medication, but I don't quite trust her not to pee on the mat again. I can't even remember what I was saying. I think I was doing plans. Yeah, so I'm going to finish off the Kings and Queens. And I want to get Dark Queen of the Earth finished and, well, caught up with. Yeah, that's everything I've got planned, and maybe say some new starts. I will be back in the new year at some point. Won't be till after the 4th, because that is when my son goes back to school. Not finding him particularly easy at the moment to look after. We're hoping it's just that he's tired, because the first term at school is quite a long term. So yeah, I think he's just tired and out of sorts, but he's been quite unkind and not particularly pleasant to be around some of the time. But we're going to go and stay with my parents for a couple of days next week, so he should like that. That should cheer him up. We're going to go and see a friend who's got a ginormous garden and take the dogs, so they'll all enjoy that. And then it'll be Christmas, which we're going to my mum and dad's, which is lovely because my house is an absolute tip. Partly because I'm messy, and partly because I have the low iron, so I'm permanently zonked. Yeah, so it'd be nice to go around, see the family. So I hope everybody has a happy holiday and look after themselves. I know it's not always the easiest time of year for people, but do some stitching. That always, no matter what's going on in my life, cheers me up. So I will see everybody in the new year, and I hope you have a lovely festive season. Bye.